afternoon. My name is Amanda and welcome to the Den Creative. For today's pick a card reading, we are going to be figuring out what urgent message is meant to find you now, or what do you need to know right now. So if you're new to pick a card readings, I just ask that you close your eyes, take a couple of deep cleansing breaths, and try to center your energy and focus in on piles number 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. And if more than one pile calls out to you, there may be a message in each pile for you. Once you've selected your pile or piles, you can go ahead and check the description box below for the timestamp, and I also try to pin them as the top comment. So without delaying this any further, let's go ahead and give you a moment to meditate on the cards, and I will see you over at your reading. Alright, group number 1, let's find out what urgent message is trying to find you at this time. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and start with this cover card that you used to select your pile, and I'm just going to go ahead and read the back of it. It says, every fortune, gold medal, and trophy, every comeback, triumph, and celebration, and every kiss, hug, and hand held was first a thought, a whisper, or a dream. Go, the universe. I love that. So I think what that's really trying to get through to you guys is that your thoughts are things. Your thoughts create your reality. So if you can envision yourself winning that gold medal, I remember reading an article a long time ago about Michael Phelps, and I think they even hooked him up to machines where he would just run through his race in his head, and every stroke he could envision it and he could live it just in his mind's eye. And his heart rate picked up as if he was actually racing, and his body was reacting as if he was actually racing. Even if he wasn't physically stroking, at water, his breathing picked up, his heart rate picked up, and it's like his mind was creating that reality. So if there's a dream that you're wanting to go after, or something that you're wanting to do, a mindset or a kind of vibe that you're wanting to rock, happiness, try to think things that are going to put you in alignment with that outcome that you want. So then with the wolf card, it says here instinct. So you guys are going to be operating, coming up on your instincts, your intuition, what's most natural for your body. And I feel for many of you, your body is going to be a very important thing coming up. You're going to be able to use your body as that barometer of truth, that barometer of what's right for me, what's wrong for me. And I feel like many of you, you're going to get this coming up. There's going to be a scenario where you're going to start feeling butterflies in your stomach, but not in a good way. It's going to be kind of this warning sign, like, yeah, I don't think I need to be here, or yeah, I don't think I need to be part of this conversation. I see someone wanting to comment on something on social media that's kind of got your heart rate up, like, this person's wrong. Oh my gosh, how can they think this? Something along those lines. And instead of commenting, you need to trust that gut instinct that you're getting that kind of icky feeling like, oh, this is so wrong. Just keep on scrolling, because I don't think it's a fight that you want to get into, and it's definitely not a fight you're going to win, because when someone has their mind made up, it takes like moving mountains to make someone change their mind. So just trust your instincts. If you're feeling like you maybe need to walk away from something, walk away. If you feel you need to go toward something, go toward that thing. So then we have the talk to your angels card. Instead of worrying, ask for divine guidance. And I think that pairs back with this thoughts kind of creating the reality card. Your angels are desperate for you to talk to them. It feels like your guides, your angels are just waiting to have that conversation with you. Even though many times it does feel very one-sided to us. Just thinking, you don't have to say out loud anything. You don't have to talk to them out loud and look like a crazy person or anything. You can just talk to them in your head, kind of telepathically, and your thoughts will kind of speak to you through your thoughts or external symbolism or signs that they're sending you. But it feels to me like any worries that you have, you shouldn't be dwelling on those worries. You should kind of, how they say, give it to God, give it to your guides, give it to your angels, because they can help you get through the worry and find yourself into the next step in your life. So then we have Archangel Michael. I am with you, giving you the courage to make life changes that will help you work on your divine life purpose. So many of you are my Archangel Michael pile. He does work with many of us, especially lately. Things are really amping up on this planet. And Archangel Michael is that protector. So anytime you're feeling scared, maybe you're in a dark alley at night and that instinct is kind of kicking in, call upon Archangel Michael for divine protection, because he will always be there to help you. But especially if you are someone who works with him, he is more close to you now than ever and ready and willing to help you, because you are working on something that is your divine life purpose, whether that is you taking care of an elderly parent or raising children, or, seeking a better, more meaningful, purposeful career. He is with you, working with you at this time, because you are taking steps onto your life purpose. So then we have this New Moon in Leo card. It says confidence is your key to success. And absolutely, that thoughts becoming things. Michael Phelps envisioning himself winning. He was very confident that he knew every stroke to take, every breath to take, every time to bring his head up out of the water. And you guys feeling that confidence, you may have been drawn to this because there is that kind of sacral chakra and solar plexus chakra colors in this cover pile. And the same colors are here, same kind of colors are here as well. I feel like you guys were drawn to this pile because your confidence is going to be playing a major role coming up for you guys, to be very confident in that job interview, in making that first move with a loved, someone you want to become partners with, or making a new move in your career. Confidence is going to help you skyrocket yourself way higher than you can imagine at this time. So then we have the number 3 card, and this is all about reaching out. So someone with this confidence, it may take you that confidence to reach out. I actually see someone who hasn't really been in contact with someone that they maybe broke up with, or a friend that they haven't spoken to in a long time, or family member. This is just saying reach out to that person. Whoever's kind of crossing your mind as we're talking, use your intuition. Reach out to that person. If this was a toxic, bad breakup and you're like happy to be done with them, absolutely do not reach out to that person. But if it's someone who you guys broke up or you're not speaking right now and there's unfinished business, absolutely be the one to reach out, because there can be something created from you reaching out. Maybe a new beginning for you guys, or just able to put that chapter behind you and have the peace of mind knowing you did everything you could is a huge thing. But we do have the number 3 here on this reach out card, and for me that is that number of creativity. So also with Leo, that is that very creative house. That 5th house is what Leo naturally rules in a chart. So wherever Leo is placed in your chart might be a really important focus for you guys at this time. So say you have Leo in your 4th house. Your 4th house represents your mother. Maybe you need to reach out to your mother. Or if Leo represents your 7th house, reach out to your significant other. And those are just a couple of examples. You can figure out where Leo is in your own chart. Sun, moon, or rising. And also I'm feeling Mars, because Mars is very fiery, and I'm getting very fiery vibes from this as well. But yeah, creativity is going to be huge for you guys. Maybe step into some sort of creative endeavor or learn some sort of new skill in your creative world. Expand your creative horizons, I guess is what I'm hearing. So I think that's all I'm seeing for you. I really do hope this urgent message brought you a little bit of guidance and help in your life along your life's journey. And you will have to let me know below if this resonated and what you thought. And as always, you guys, thanks again so much for all your likes, comments, shares, subscribes, and all the things. And I really truly do hope to see you back at the Done Creative. All right, bye. All right, group number 2, let's find out what urgent message is trying to find you now, or what it is you need to know right now. Okay, group number 2, we're going to go ahead and start with this mountain card. This is the card you use to select your cover pile here. So we have written on the back here, it says, every single day I'm pressing out and reeling in the abundance you're making room for in your life as I observe everything you think, say, and do. Yeah, I'm not so fond of the reeling in part, pressing my heart out the universe. So basically what this card is saying is that you don't have to go without to find what you seek. You can always find what you seek within you. It is always there and available for you to find within. So any answers you're seeking for any kind of problem you have going on in life, or just guidance to know what step to take next. Maybe you just feel really kind of apathetic about your life, or just kind of stuck or stagnant or lost even. This is saying you don't have to go way out there to find out what you're trying to do or to seek what you are finding. That can be found within. So I'm feeling like you guys could really do for some meditation or just time spent alone where you can process your thoughts. Maybe have a journal session where you can write out what you're feeling, what you're thinking, and making plans and dreams for the future, I'm also seeing. So then with this river movement card, I'm feeling like for some of you, this is going to be a physical move that you need to make. Maybe you live in a noisy apartment and you're just not getting a good night's sleep, or there's a lot of EMF frequencies because you live in a place with so many other people and so many other routers and Wi-Fi connections and all of that, to where you feel like you gotta get out. And this is your body or your mind's or your heart's way of saying it is time to move on from something in your life, a toxic relationship, that physical apartment or house where you're living. Maybe you're finding somewhere better to live where you can really thrive. But for others of you, I'm feeling like this is saying to move your body. And those of you who are like, yeah, I know, I don't really want to call you out, because we all fall into those ruts where we just want to, sit on the couch and chill after a long day at work or doing whatever we're doing. But this is just saying move your body. Go for a 30-minute walk in nature. Get your heart rate up. Take even a hot bath will help you burn calories and release toxins, even though that's not very moving as far as the river goes. But this water is reminding me that might be an option for you guys, or something that you would really benefit from at this time. But then we have here full moon in Taurus. Your dreams need a practical plan. So I think, like I was saying about you guys, your energy, you feel kind of like you want to move forward with something, but you're not quite sure your next steps for some of you. And for others of you, you don't really even know what to do next. You're just kind of bored with the way things are going at work, in your relationships, in life in general. This is just saying, think of a plan. Say, for instance, you want to plan a vacation. Your first step would be to figure out, where do you want to go? Second step would be figuring out, how are you going to get there? Are you going to fly? Are you going to drive? Are you going to walk? Wherever this place is going to be. Where are you going to be staying? What foods are you going to be bringing with you or taking along the way? Or where are you going to be eating? Just think of all the things that go into a vacation, and then start kind of plotting out what you need to do to make this dream of a vacation a reality. And that's just an example. So this could be your dreams need a practical plan. So maybe if you're writing a book, you maybe want to start with your idea, and then the theme of your book, and plot points, and outlining this said book, and then starting to write the book. So this can be applied to whatever scenario you're thinking of. But then with this family card here, it says loving your friends and family is central to your life purpose. So I feel like for many of you, family is going to be a very central focus for you guys coming up, whether that is your parents, your children, starting a family for the first time for some of you is what I'm feeling like. But I'm also seeing here, I would presume this is the father, there's a little boy, there's a mother, a little girl, and then there's this angel, and I keep thinking it's Archangel Michael, possibly Archangel Raphael, just kind of watching over the family. So what I'm feeling like is there may be someone watching this who already has 2 children who wants desperately to have a 3rd child, but maybe it wasn't as easy as it is to conceive the first 2. But this is just your verification to let you know that that 3rd child will be on the way within a year, is what I'm hearing. But for others of you, this could be you wanting to start a family, or if you have 2 kids or no kids, don't want kids, it doesn't really matter. You can put yourself into this scenario wherever it fits for you, but family is going to be key. And I do see someone reaching out to an estranged father, maybe someone you haven't spoken to in a very long time, or maybe you miss your father, and I don't know why father keeps popping up, but just call this person, whoever's popping into your head, call them, let them know that you care, that you're thinking about them, and maybe even take that vacation to go visit this person if they don't live nearby. That would be a fun thing for many of you. So then we have this number 5 card with the throat chakra. So speaking your truth out into reality is going to be huge. So for many of you, I feel like that is you reciting affirmations, and it's like I see you sitting in front of a mirror speaking your truth to yourself in the mirror. That is so powerful. When you can just stare into your eyes, when you can just hear your own voice, two very powerful things to help reprogram your brain, to break yourself free from the programming and any kind of brainwashing that you have come under, breaking bad habits, belief systems. This is a really helpful way to do this, is by reciting how you feel or what you think. Have that conversation with yourself in front of a mirror. It's very embarrassing and kind of, it feels really weird at first, but when you can practice that and just see your own eyes, stare into your own soul, hear your own voice, it is very powerful to make changes in your life, because 5 is that number of change. So I do feel like there are some pretty significant changes coming up for you guys with this movement card, with this family card, making those plans. Many of you may be moving closer to family or having family move closer to you, so you can actually spend time with family who maybe has lived far away for a while. And there's just many family changes, or changes in your family dynamic, or maybe even where you live. Maybe you're changing things up around your home. That really sounds relevant for a lot of you as well. So then we have the Xana card. You are protected from all types of harm. The worst is now behind you. I ask you to relax and feel safe. And as I read that, I'm being drawn back up to this Archangel Michael-esque character up here. I feel like your family is being watched over and protected by your guides, your angels, and their guides and their angels. And any kind of thing that's kind of scaring you, like if fear is what's holding you back from making these plans to make your dreams come true, just know that you are held and protected, and you can move forward on your dreams and your plans. So I think that's all I'm seeing for you guys, group number 2, but you'll have to let me know below if this resonated and what you thought. I'm really glad I could get this urgent message out to you today. So as always, you guys, thanks again so much for all your likes, comments, shares, subscribes, and all the things. And I really truly do hope to see you back at the Done Creative. All right, bye. All right, group number 3, let's find out what urgent message is trying to find you at this time, or what it is you need to know now. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and start with your cover card. This is a card you use to select your pile. And it says here on the back, something wonderful is happening for you right now from me, the universe. So there is something wonderful happening for you guys, and I do see it as some sort of surprise. I actually see someone whose family is surprising them, like a kind of impromptu family reunion, or you're getting together with a lot of family members in some sort of family reunion where you thought, okay, this person's not going to be there because they have other engagements, but then they actually show up and surprise everybody. Or this could be a surprise party for someone, or I also see someone finding out that they're pregnant, and it was kind of totally out of left field, but it's a happy surprise for this person. So if you're not someone who wants to get pregnant, don't think this is going to be some pregnancy thing for you. This is someone who desperately wants to be pregnant. So that's only for a handful of people. So what I'm being drawn to now is this full moon in Aquarius. It says, show the world the real you. And as I read that, I'm really being drawn to this beautiful orb of light, or it looks like a bubble of some sort. It feels like you are concentrating who you are into, it's like you're narrowing your focus into who you are. I don't know if I can articulate what I'm actually seeing, but it's really beautiful. It's like you're really focusing in and concentrating your light in such a way that you can show the world how bright you can shine. There's going to be an opportunity coming up for you where you can actually showcase your talents. So if you're a writer, maybe you're publishing something. If you're a public speaker, maybe you have a speaking engagement where there's going to be a lot of people there to listen to you. Or if you're some sort of athlete, maybe you're winning some sort of award, or some sort of scholarship for some others. There's going to be something where you are going to be able to really show everyone how bright you can shine, is just really what I'm seeing. So then here we have the trust card. Trust your feelings and dreams to guide your career path. So if you're someone who's going to school for something that really doesn't have your heart, say you're going to school to become a dental hygienist, is what I'm seeing for one particular person, but your heart is actually in music. This is just saying and I'm getting crown tingles now, so if this is your exact scenario, you will have to let me know below, because I just see someone like trying to be or training to be a dental hygienist, but their true passion is music. So I'm feeling like you should follow your dreams. If dental hygiene isn't your jam, that is not something you should keep going on. Even if you're almost done, it feels like that's not your path for someone. So this, you can apply this to your own whatever. If you just feel like you're not on the right path, I mean, I see someone like in the last semester of school to earn a bachelor's degree. So absolutely go ahead and finish out that bachelor's degree, but that doesn't mean you have to go into the career field of said bachelor's degree's area of focus, if that makes sense. I feel like you can finish what you started if you're the type of person who wants to do that, but there is something better for some of you in a different career path. But then there are others of you watching this that are absolutely living your dream and on the right path. Not that we're ever on the wrong path, in my opinion, but you're already living your light and really excited to just keep moving forward on the path you're on. So for those of you on that path, keep going because you're doing an amazing job. So then with this number 4 card, it says open up, and I just feel like showing the world the real you. I just picture you in the recent past, or even for a long time, kind of dulling your light and really not allowing yourself to shine the way that you're meant to shine. So you are really soon here going to have this opportunity to open up. And I see some of you like coming out of some sort of closet, whether you are revealing your sexual orientation to your friends and family, or you are coming out of the so-called spiritual closet where you're letting people know, hey, I'm a spiritual being, I'm going through a spiritual awakening. And others of you, this is just maybe confessing something to, I see someone confessing their feelings for a really good friend of theirs, and they're worried that if they confess their love to this friend, that this friend will be turned off by that and not want to be friends anymore. So you will not only lose them as a lover, but you would also lose them as a friend. But I feel for this person in that scenario, if you open up, you're going to find out that this person feels the exact same way for you, and it's going to be a beautiful thing. You will be able to keep that friendship and have a close partnership as well. So that's just for, I think, 1, maybe 2 people watching this, that message applies to. So then we have this volcano card, volatility, and this volcano is erupting. Like I was saying, shining that light. I just keep feeling like, and then this here, there's light coming out of this, urn kind of deal here. If you don't shine your light, if you don't take the opportunities that you're given to shine your light, I just see you like this volcano ready to blow because you're not being able to speak your truth. You're not being able to show the world who you are, and it's really going to stifle your creativity or your passion to the point where you're going to erupt and blow up on people if you aren't allowed to be your true authentic self, is what I'm really feeling. But then for others of you, what I'm seeing with this card is this volatility in relationships. Like you feel like you have to walk on eggshells with this specific friend or family member or even your significant other for some of you. And what I'm really getting from this is the fact that you shouldn't have to live your life like that. So you need to either speak your truth to this person and say, I'm not sure if you're meaning to do this or not, but when you come home from work, like if this is your significant other, you come home from work and you're in a bad mood, and I just feel like I can't tell you my exciting news because you're always in a bad mood. Just speaking your truth and letting this person know how their actions are making you feel is going to help the relationship. It's not going to hurt it. But you need to be standing up for yourself in certain scenarios and letting people know how their actions are maybe affecting you. Some people won't take it so good and be like, oh, I'm so sorry. Some people will turn it back on you and be like, well, that's your own fault, and whatever. But speaking your truth is still going to be big. Whether the person receives it or not is kind of beside the point. It's just you need to be able to speak your truth. Then with this Bridget card, it says, caution is warranted. Look deeper into the situation before proceeding further. And I do see this as some sort of plan. For someone, this is starting a business. There are more like bells and whistles to this thing that you need to know before you can dive in and start your business. And for someone, that might be learning a new kind of program on the computer, how to do their taxes or how to do some sort of graphic design maybe. But there's something you need to learn or know, like you're not quite operating with all the pieces of information you're going to need to be able to do the best job that you're going to do. And this doesn't mean that you shouldn't do this thing, absolutely not. This just feels to me like looking deeper, doing more research, waiting a little bit, seeing if you can talk to some people who already know about this thing and get more guidance from them before you step forward and make a move on your dreams or your plan. So you guys, I think that's all I'm seeing for you, but you will have to let me know below if this resonated and what you thought. And as always, you guys, thanks again so much for all your likes, comments, shares, subscribes, and all the things. And I really truly do hope to see you back at the Den Creative. All right, bye. All right, group number 4, let's find out what urgent message is trying to get to you, or what is it that you need to know now. Okay, your guys' group actually got 2 extra cards, an extra moon card and an extra life purpose card. So you guys have a lot that you need to know, or a lot that wants to come through for you. So let's just jump into this. We're going to go ahead and start with this cover card that you use to select your pile. And on the back it says, reality is not that you are weak and dream of becoming strong, poor and dream of becoming rich, alone and dream of having friends, but that you are already strong, rich, and among friends. Yet at times you dream that you're not. Silly, the universe. So what this is really saying is, much like I think it was group number 1, where your thoughts are becoming your reality. So if you're constantly thinking bad thoughts about yourself or negative thoughts about the world, about other people, you're going to really start bringing that into your day-to-day life and of course into your thoughts, because you're already thinking those things. So this feels to me like, for many of you, this is a burden of something you've been carrying with you for a very long time. But trying to envision the outcome you want, trying to envision the way you want something to go is actually going to help you. And I do feel like if you guys also selected group number 1, I already feel like parts of the underlying themes of this group also relate to group number 1. So you may want to check group number 1 out if you haven't already. But if you actually did select groups 1 and 4, you'll have to let me know below, because I love to hear when people pick up with their intuition these specific themes and patterns that are running between different piles. I absolutely love to hear from you guys about that. So what I'm really being drawn next to is this South Node card, don't let your past hold you back. So that's kind of what I'm saying, is past baggage, past traumas, past things, whatever it is you're going through, past stuff, baggage is kind of coloring your current present moment thought patterns, beliefs, habits. So your past is being drug into your present in a way. And I think for many of you, the theme around that is communication. So ways you've communicated in the past. And I do see someone, when someone starts yelling at you, you just kind of shut down and go into your shell. You don't yell back, you don't try to fight, you just shut down and you don't want to say anything because you feel beaten down, you feel like a child who isn't allowed to speak. But with this new moon in Gemini card, communication is going to be the key to breaking you out of your past. So whether you're communicating your past feelings and thoughts into a journal, or speaking to a therapist or a close friend or family member that you trust, that you can be vulnerable with, and you know they aren't going to use this information to smear your name or anything like that, communication is going to help you. And I think it was group number 1 as well. Maybe it was group 2. These messages fly right through me and then they're gone. I can't quite remember, but sitting down in front of a mirror and speaking your truth into the mirror while you can make eye contact with yourself is a very powerful way to heal your past, to heal yourself in the current state, to say those affirmations and tell yourself in the mirror how you feel, what's going on, how it makes you feel, just all the things. You can just spill your guts to yourself in the mirror, and it is very therapeutic, and it really does help you overcome hurdles. And a lot of times I see you as this person who, it's like you need someone to bounce your ideas off of. So say you, for instance, you're a writer and you have this plot idea, but there's like a plot hole and you're trying to figure out how to fix it or how to get around it. So you're spilling your storyline to some friend or family member, and they're really not saying anything. They're just kind of nodding along as you're telling the story. And you kind of solve your own problem by telling them, okay, this happens and this happens and this happens, and I don't know how to fix it because this person needs to do this and be at this place at this time. And you're like da 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 da, like on the snowball effect. Like I see this big snowball running down the hill. Like you're gaining momentum. You're speaking so fast. And you solve your own problem just by speaking it out. So I think that's going to be important for some of you to maybe try that method. It is very helpful. So then with this creative expression card, it says your soul longs to express itself creatively. And then we also have the 2 sacral chakra card. Your soul, your body is screaming to express itself, both creatively and through communication, through that throat chakra. and the sacral chakra. So that's that womb energy. It wants to create something, whether that's a child or a creative endeavor of some sort, an artistic piece. Your soul is longing for that creativity, and it's going to be different for each of you. So whatever kind of creative endeavor is calling your soul, now's the time to really start thinking about going after that. Or if you're already working on something, now's the time to really put your focus into it and just go, because the time is right for you to do that. So then with this mountain card, it says strength. You are getting this strength that you need to get through, is what I'm hearing from Spirit. You may have been in a negative or toxic relationship at work or with a friend or with a significant other, and you just feel so crushed beneath the weight of the burdens that this person puts on you. And it feels to me like many of you are going to get the strength to rise up and tell this person, hey, enough's enough. I'm not doing it anymore. Communication is key. Communicating your thoughts to this person is going to be key. But for others of you, this is just saying with this mountain, you have the strength to persevere. You have the strength to create this creative expression and birth it to reality. You're taking a thought that you receive from the divine, and you are creating something. You are making it real by creating a painting or creating a book or creating something. See, for some of you, maybe that's building a house and decorating a house and really letting it reflect who you are on the inside, on the outside. And that's going to be very important coming up over the next year, especially allowing yourself time to have a creative outlet. Even if you don't work a very creative job, that doesn't mean you have to switch careers or anything. This just means you need to have some sort of side hustle, or even if you're not doing this to make any money, this is just something you're doing for yourself for many of you. And it's going to be very important for you to feel that sense of self-fulfillment, for you to create something in your life. So then we have the Fiona card. Now that you've asked the angels for help, be open to receiving divine guidance and assistance. You deserve heaven's help. And I feel like they are actually helping you through downloads of information on what you need to say to be able to speak your truth, how you're actually feeling, because a lot of times it's hard to put your feelings into words or to know how to express what you're feeling, because a lot of times we don't know why we feel the way we feel. We just know we feel that way, right? So the angels are going to be helping you, especially if you call on them, because they can't just intervene and do the things for you. You have to ask for their help. So I do feel like you guys will be asking for help from your guides and angels, and they will be helping you so much and stepping to the plate for you a lot. And I feel like in many ways that's going to be through your communication. So if you are writing a book, or you're speaking, like public speaking, or you just need to speak your truth to friends and family. I think it was group 3. Maybe you're speaking your truth so much that you're coming out of the spiritual closet, so to speak. So whatever it is that's resonating for you, you're going to be speaking out what is right for you. You're going to be speaking from your soul and from your heart coming up. Then we have the flowers card. Working with flowers opens your heart and brings blessings to others through your life purpose. So many of you, at the time of my filming this, we are in the summer months here in the Western Hemisphere. But this, I feel, is kind of over the next year. So wherever you are in the seasons, whenever it is you're watching this, it doesn't matter. This is a timeless reading. So flowers are going to be playing a major role in your life, whether that's you bringing flowers into your home or having a lot of plants, foliage, that kind of thing, or working with flowers. Maybe you're using resin and drying flowers and preserving flowers in resin and making jewelry or something like that. That might be that creative expression you're doing, or putting your effort into something with gardening, maybe landscaping, or just wanting to surround yourself with beautiful patterns that have a lot of floral prints and patterns on them, something like that. So that, I think, is all I'm seeing for you, but you guys will have to let me know below what you thought and if this resonated. I always love to hear your comments and to see you guys making friends in the comments. That's always so fun. And as always, you guys, thanks again so much for all your likes, comments, shares, subscribes, and all the things. And I really truly do hope to see you back at the Done Creative. Alright, bye. Alright, group number 5, let's go ahead and find out what urgent message is trying to find its way to you, or what it is that you need to know right now. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and start with this card here. This was the card you used to select your pile. And I'm going to go ahead and read the back of it to you. So it says, do wealthy people have to spend all their money to feel wealthy? No, that's silly. They don't even have to spend a cent, do they? You so have it made, the universe. So basically what I'm getting from this is the fact that you don't have to, and I'm seeing, because the speaker card is right below this, you don't have to tell people you are X, Y, or Z, insert whatever here. People are just going to be able to know your present by your presence is what I'm really feeling. And also to try to prove yourself to people. You don't have to prove yourself is really what I'm getting from this card. You can prove things to yourself on an internal level. You don't need, like they say, to spend all your money to prove that you're rich. You don't need to brag about all your accomplishments to prove that you are accomplished. It's just going to ooze out of your aura. People are just going to know that you are somebody just by you being you. You don't need to speak that out to anybody. They're just going to know how amazing and awesome you are without you having to tell them, is really what I'm getting from that. So then with this DNA karma card, it does feel to me like there is some ancestral trauma that is coming up for your family or your lineage or you that needs to be healed. And I think for many of you, this could be the realization of, especially someone who has passed on, an elderly person in the family, this is the realization of what a profound impact they've made in the family, the legacy that they've left behind. So this could be something good or something bad. It's going to be different for each family, for each person watching this, but I feel like there is this kind of completion, like this is very wheel of fortune energy to me. There's this completion of a cycle in a family lineage, and I feel like it ends with you. So if that was like looking in the past, maybe there were a lot of alcoholics in the family and you decided to break that cycle, or there was a lot of physical abuse in the family, you decided to break that cycle. There's something in family cycles that you're deciding to step away from in some cases, and then for others of you, you're really wanting to embrace your family heritage, your family lineage, your ancestry. Maybe you're wanting to look into your ancestry. Maybe you're online looking on Ancestry.com trying to find out where the heck did I come from. That could be for some of you. But then with the caduceus here and the snakes wrapped around that, that is a very healing energy. Snakes do represent healing. And this also does represent Kundalini awakening. So for some of you, here come the crown tingles. So we're on to it. So for some of you, this could be a Kundalini awakening coming up for someone. And don't be afraid. You can always look up what that means. I myself had a spontaneous Kundalini awakening. And even though I was like, what the F? Listen, I was a little bit like, what is happening? But at the same time, I wasn't afraid. I just had this sense of trust. I did feel Archangel Michael close to me, and he was holding my hand the whole way. So it wasn't so scary. I didn't even know what Kundalini was or spiritual awakening was when it happened to me. It just happened to me, and it was like I was seeing these pictures on a projector screen in my head, like high definition videos of specific pieces of history that have happened where the official story that they're saying happened was not the way it happened. That's a topic for a whole other time. But I'm feeling like you guys are getting these karmic, like you had signed up to go through this awakening, or you had signed up to learn some specific thing about the world or your family lineage. And DNA, for some of you, that could be DNA activations coming online. These, our bodies are evolving right now. So maybe you're leveling up in your spiritual gifts. Maybe you're leveling up in the way your body processes foods. And so certain foods you just can't handle anymore. And you're really craving a new, different kind of food. So this is going to be different for everyone. So you're just going to have to take what resonates for you. But I do see your DNA is repairing itself. So for some of you who maybe have had some sort of chronic illness or chronic injury, and kind of you wake up one day and you're like, why don't I feel my back pain? Or why don't I feel nauseous? Or, whatever your ailment or chronic thing is, you're going to feel better. And then the next day you're going to feel even better and even better and even better. So if you have some sort of chronic condition or illness, maybe you are working as you sleep to heal yourself. Maybe your DNA is upgrading and repairing itself to the point where you're not going to have that chronic illness or chronic pain or even chronic fatigue anymore. So that's very exciting news for some of you. That is amazing. So then we have the number 8 here, control. And what I'm really feeling is this is you letting go of control over what is. You're not trying to control every little area of life, and especially if you're someone who likes to have things go off without a hitch. You don't like surprises, you don't like spontaneity, you just want things to happen systematically as you plan them to happen. I see these certain people watching this are very into like the planner community. You've got your planner and you're constantly writing out all the things you want to get done and accomplished, and you're like the to-do list person, checking them off as you go. This is just saying that coming up, you're going to kind of let go of being so concise and in a box and in control of every little hour, every little minute of your day, and being more open to allow things to flow. And then for others of you, this is just you releasing control over how other people are treating you or how other people are perceiving you. Especially with the speaker card, you're speaking your truth. So you're just allowing what is to be what is. You're not trying to control people's thoughts about you or perceptions about you. You're just going to let it be as it is. And that is actually a very powerful way to be. When you can release control over all the little things, that is such a powerful move on your part, because you're not going to be concerned about all the nitpicky little things going on. You're going to be able to free up a lot of your energy to just create something, or to devote your time and effort and energy into something that means something to you, something that matters, something you're wanting to create or to put your energy into that's going to actually enhance your life and not going to hold you back. So then with the speaker card, it says your life purpose involves your skills of oration. So absolutely, you are someone, and I've said this in 2 other groups, I think it was 1 and 4, I could be wrong though, you might have to go back and watch if that's what you want to do, but a really powerful technique you can do to speak your truth, to find out what you need to do in life to heal yourself, would be to set up a mirror in front of you, look into your eyes in the mirror, and just start talking. Speak your truth. Tell yourself in the mirror how you feel. Tell yourself in the mirror what's bothering you, or what you're fearing, what you feel is holding you back. Tell yourself how proud you are of all the things you've accomplished, and start naming off things that you've done in your life that you're really proud of. Speak your potential self into reality by saying affirmations, and not saying I will. Say I am whatever, because I am are 2 of the most powerful words we can ever say. And when you can say things behind those I ams that are very positive and very uplifting and empowering, you can conquer the world when you start to believe these things about yourself. So then with this new moon eclipse card, it says expect powerful change. So yes, there are some very powerful changes in your life. And going back to this DNA karma card, I do feel like this is very spiritual based changes, or like if you are someone going through a spiritual awakening, of course, your spiritual awakening is going to change your mental life. It's going to change your emotional life, and it's definitely going to change your physical life as well. So a spiritual change is actually the most powerful and profound change you can make in your life, because it will change. It's like that ripple effect that affects every other thing in your life, where say a physical change, say just for instance that you lost like 30 pounds or something. That's a physical change, but that's still not going to change your emotional state, still not going to change your mental state, and it's still not going to change your spiritual state. But when you can have a spiritual change, that's going to ripple into all the other areas of life and do something that is going to elevate you to a higher level of consciousness. So there are changes, many coming for you, that are in the physical, the mental, and the emotional as well. But I do feel for many of you, this big profound change coming is more spiritual based. Or if it is a physical thing, it's through spirituality. So this physical thing could be you wanting to take up yoga, and it has a spiritual basis for many people. Yoga is a very powerful way to use your body and meditate at the same time. Just as an example. So then with this Serena card, it says, I am the angel of abundance. You will receive the money that you need, and God is in charge of how that will happen. Have faith. So especially if these changes you want to make in your life or things coming up in life are going to require time, effort, money, resources, you're going to be able to receive those things to make those things a reality in your life. You are being showered with abundance at this time because of past karma coming back, past good karmic deeds you did in past lives or earlier on in this life. That wheel of fortune is turning into your favor, where you are now on the side of the abundance, the luck, the prosperity. Things are just going to be looking up. So especially if you've had a rough go of things in the past, however long, months, years, decades, things are looking up for you. So just don't give up hope. Have faith that things are going to work out. And let go of control of how those things are going to happen, because they're not always going to happen and rarely do ever happen the exact way that we want them to. So just be open to and allow things to happen as they will and as God, the universe, your guides, angels see fit for them to happen. So yes, you guys, I think that's all I'm seeing for you, but you will have to let me know below if this resonated and what you thought. And thank you so much for allowing me to bring you this urgent message today. I really do hope that it brought you a little bit of peace of mind and some help. And as always, you guys, thanks again so much for all your likes, comments, shares, subscribes, and all the things. And I really truly do hope to see you back at the Done Creative. All right, bye.